After we finish, maybe we can have some discussion regarding the TMA if you have any specific questions. So today we are continuing talking about what we did last time, logarithmic functions. Last time we defined the exponential function, then we defined the natural logarithmic function. Today we are continuing talking about this logarithm function, and we're gonna see how to apply this, how to use this in differentiation. Okay, so first thing today we are gonna talk about how or what are the properties actually we have of the natural logarithm. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4 important properties that we have for the logarithmic function. If I have ln, the natural logarithm of x multiplied, this equal to ln x multiplied with ln y, which means in the ln of the multiplication is the ln of a sum. Also, we have the ln of x over y is equal to the ln of x minus the ln of y. So we say in the ln of the division is the subtraction. And from this one, actually, we can get in the ln of 1 over x is equal to minus ln x, and the ln of x to a power b is b ln x. The b, the power go down, and then it is ln the x. Okay, for example, for this one, this is one important thing that we use here. If I have, for example, ln x squared, this is same as 2 ln x. Okay, this is a very important thing that we're going to use in using the logarithm in the differentiation. So the ln of the multiplication is the addition. This makes sense لأن لما يكون عندي الباور في multiplication it is فيها multiplication, it's addition, and if I have a division it's a subtraction. We know that. So the ln of the division is a subtraction, the ln of the multiplication is the addition. So now here we have this example. They want you to write this as a single logarithm. You have a 5 ln x, you have minus 1 over 2 ln y, and you have a 3 ln z. They want you to write all of this as a single logarithm. The solution is already in the slide. I want to do this myself, so let's see how to do it. Now I have here 5 ln x, half ln y, and 3 ln z. I know إن when I have b ln x هذه نفسها ln x to the power b، صح؟ ln x to the power b is b ln x، فال b ln x is a ln x to the power b. So that this can go as a power up there. So this will be the ln x to the power 5. Same thing here. I can say the half go as a power of the y. So this will be minus ln y power half, and this will be ln z power 3. Whatever multiplied جبت فوق as a power. Now I know إن لما يكون عندي subtraction معناها I have a division, and whenever I have addition معناها I have multiplication, right? So this and this can be combined to be ln x to the power 5 divided by y to the power half, and this addition is a multiplication of z to the power 3, correct? I combined everything. I know in the ln of the multiplication is the ln of the addition, and the ln of the division of xy is ln x minus ln y. يعني لما يكون عندي subtraction it comes from a division, and when I have addition it came from a multiplication. So I can combine everything like this. It is just one ln of x5 على y half and multiply with z to the power 3. I'm done. I can just reorganize the things a little bit by writing this as x to the power 5 multiply with z to the power 3 divided by y to the power half is a root of y. This is a single logarithm, and this is what they wanted. I already wrote this as a single logarithm, يعني as a one logarithmic thing. Got it? Now, this is something that could come as a multiple choice question. You have to practice more of this, okay? Try to check the book. Try to find more examples of simplifying logarithmic expressions. Now, we are going to the differentiation. We have this example. They want me to differentiate ln of all of this amount. ننتبه, the amount inside, it is a multiplication of a root x, multiply with x plus 1 square, multiply with x plus 2 to the power 3, divided by 4x plus 1. شايفين how many terms I have? So in case I want to find the derivative of this one, it is the 3 terms divided by a 1 term. لكن I have a ln. I have a ln outside there. So the ln will cut the thing into smaller things. So let's see how this will happen. Now this equal to ln. Now the root of x, دائما the root we write it as x to the power half. Dot x plus 1 squared. Dot x plus 2 to a power 3 divided by the 4x plus 1. الحين from the properties that I have of the ln, ايش اللن يسوي؟ المultiplication change to change to what? I'm waiting for the answers. الضرب يتحول إلى جمع, والdivision will change to, and the division will change to, yeah, subtraction. That's correct. The division will change to a subtraction. So this will cut this amount إلى plus or minus thing. The first one is ln x to the power half plus the ln of x plus 1 squared plus the ln of x plus 2 to the power 3. Now minus the ln of 4x بلس 1 اللي مضروبين في بعض صارت بلس, واللي جاي تحت في البوتوم as a مقام صار minus. So you can see إنها كانت big thing. It is cut now into smaller parts. Now moreover الباور هذا كله راح ينزل تحت. مش احنا عندنا from the properties of the ln إن the ln of x to the power b is the b down and then it is ln x. So I'm gonna use this. الhalf تنزل. It's half ln of the x plus 2 ln of the x plus 1 plus 3 ln of x plus 2. Now minus ln 4x plus 1. هذه ما عندها power. Okay? So this amount is y. Let me call this y. يعني they want me to differentiate this. I'm going to call it y. So this is my y after I simplify it. بسطت الy إلى أبسط صورة أقدر أبسطها. Okay? I use the ln properties to make this the simplest I can. Now differentiate. Now I'm gonna differentiate it. راح أجيب الدerivative of the left hand side and the derivative of the right hand side. Now the left hand side derivative is يعني y dash equal to, what's the derivative of half ln x? Do you remember last time? What's the derivative of ln x? What's the derivative of ln x, guys? Excellent يا تالا. It's 1 على x. That's correct. مشتقة ln x is 1 على x. And what's the derivative of ln لما يكون داخلها function gx؟ لما تكون function داخل function يعني it's ln of gx. It's g dash x divided by gx. صح؟ Yeah, excellent يا تالا. It's g dash x على gx. So we come here, we differentiate ln x, the derivative is 1 على x. Now the second function, I have 2 as a constant, and I have the function ln x plus 1. What's the derivative of ln x plus 1? It is 1 على x plus 1. في at the top is the derivative of x plus 1, which is 1, plus 3 is a constant. And what's the derivative of ln x plus 2? It is 1 على x plus 2. Minus, what's the derivative of 4x plus 1, of ln 4x plus 1? It is 1 على 4x plus 1, and the top should be the derivative of 4x plus 1, which is 4. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent Tala. It is 4 على 4x plus 1. فرح. Be careful. It is 4 لأن the derivative of the function inside. The function inside has a 4x plus 1. So it's 4 على 4x plus 1. And we are done. This is our derivative. So y dash, I can write it like 1 على 2x plus 2 على x plus 1 plus 3 over x plus 2 minus 4 over 4x plus 1. Can you see how easy it is to find the derivative when I'm applying the ln? الفانكشن داخل complicated. ضرب 3 فانكشن بعدين مقسومين على فانكشن، فأنا لو بجيب الديريفاتيف مرة طويل. مو احنا لما يكون multiplication الديريفاتيف we have to consider إن إذا في multiplication ولا في division. فالحال هالفانكشن هذه it's not easy to find its derivative. لكن when the ln is applied, ln make a cut of the function into smaller functions, and then finding the derivative is easier then. Okay? Exactly. Exactly. We use ln to cut to plus and minus. Exactly, يا عصام. We have to expand it. We have to cut the function into smaller functions before we can find the derivative. طبعا صح لو واحد جا فكر من البداية إن بما إن عندي ln of a function and then I'm gonna use this rule على طول من غير ما يسوي cutting. It's صح، ما هو غلط، لكن it's very complicated. الأصح إن we cut the function into smaller functions, then we find the derivative. You got me? Is that clear now? Okay, good. So here they are explaining, and now we use the logarithm actually to find derivative of the functions. We take the natural logarithm of both sides of equation. Then we use the logarithmic rules to break up the right side of the equation. We break up the right side that like what we did. Then we differentiate each factor, and this will give us the derivative. Let's check this example now. In this example, ما في ln. شايفين؟ I don't have a ln here. I need this space. Let me move everything up here. Look at the function. I don't have a logarithm في الfunction at all. ما فيها logarithm. But they want me to use the logarithm to differentiate the function. And if you look at the function, it's a multiplication of a bracket to a power 3, a bracket to a power 4, divided by a bracket to a power 5. If I'm using the usual case, راح يكون multiplication of two functions بعدين divided by a function. So it's a long solution. لكن I can apply the logarithm for both sides of the equation and then differentiate. So what do? We say we apply ln for both sides. راح أدخل ln على الطرفين. So the left hand side is gonna be ln of f of x equal to ln of the right hand side, which is x minus 2 to a power 3 with x minus 3 to a power 4 divided by x plus 4 to a power 5. Correct? دخلت لن على الطرفين. That's it. الحين the len will cut the right hand side. It will make a cut. So the right hand side is gonna be what? هذا عندنا multiplication وهذا عندنا division. So I'm gonna cut it into plus and minus. This will be len of x minus 2 to the power 3 plus now the len of x minus 3 to a power 4 minus len of x plus 4 to the power 5. Is that correct? صحيح كده ولا لا؟ سويتها بلس وسويتها minus. So moreover, what should I do الحين? What do you suggest me to do الحين؟ الباور هذا صح؟ الباور ينزل. So this will be 3 len of x minus 2 plus 4 في len x minus 3 minus 5 في len of x plus 4. Okay? This is my len f of x. The left hand side is len f of x. So this is the simplest. هذا أبسط صيغة أوصل لها هنا. I'm still not done. I cut the right hand side. So now I'm ready to differentiate. I find the derivative now. الحين the left hand side is len f of x. What will be the derivative? يلا, can you tell me? What's the derivative of len f of x? It is len of f of x. مو احنا اتفقنا لما يكون عندي len of gx وأجيب لها الدerivative. This equal to g dash x على gx. So I have f of x, so it will be f dash x على f of x. And what's the derivative of 3 len x minus 2? Correct يا خالد, it is 3 على x minus 2. And what's the derivative of 4 len x minus 3? Excellent, it's 4 over x minus 3. And what's the derivative of minus 5 len x plus 4? It's minus 5 over x plus 4. Already we found the derivative. خلاص الدerivative صارت موجودة. لكن the derivative is this f dash. Now it is f dash على f of x, so I can do cross multiplication. فراح يكون إن ال f dash of x is actually equal to f of x multiplied with this اللي هو 3 على x minus 2 plus 4 على x minus 3 minus 5 over x plus 4, which implies إن ال f of dash of x. What is f of x? أرجع لل f of x هذه. It is x minus 3. It is x minus 3 power 4 divided by x plus 4 power 5 multiplied with this amount اللي هو 3 over x minus 2 plus 4 x minus 3 minus 5 over x plus the 4. And this will be my derivative. Easy or difficult? Easy or difficult this step? It's easy. You know, and there should be a question like this in the final. عارفين إن لازم يكون في سؤال زي كده بالفاينل. لازم يكون في سؤال زي كده. ولا سنة من السنوات الفايتة إلا لازم يكون في سؤال زي كده. طبعا مقالي وراح تحلون زي كده. شايفين الحل اللي أنا حالته؟ أحتاج من عندكم كل الستبس هذه. اللاست ستيب ان انا ضربت الاف اوف اكس في الطرف اليمين عشان اترك اف داش لحالها. ضربت الاماونت اللي تو ذا رايت بالاف اوف اكس. الاف اوف اكس موجوده عندي في البدايه، معطيني الاف اوف اكس in the question, so I multiply الاف اوف اكس اللي هي x minus x minus 2 ها. This is x minus 2 to the power 3, x minus 3 to the power 4, and x plus 4 to the power 5. Okay? هذا one of the most important questions. I'm gonna show you later on the questions that came in the previous years. بوريكم بعض examples. It's all solved في slide طبعا. This is the final solution. يعني إذا if you want to use the old way راح يكون عندك ضرب two functions مقسومة على one function. فمشتقة البسط في المقام minus البسط في مشتقة المقام على المقام تربيع. مشتقة البسط أساساً it is multiplication of two functions، فبيكون الحل أطول. easier to apply ln plus إن في السؤال هذا اشترط they put a condition in use the logarithmic function to differentiate this function, by the way. Now sometimes they don't mention in use the logarithmic function. They just say differentiate. لكن you have to know إن لما عندنا multiplication و division كثيرة a lot of it, it's easier to use the ln. Applying the ln is easier. So one more important application للexponentials والlogarithm is what we are going to talk about here. Okay, the differential equation. We have so many examples of this differential equation. أساساً إن it is a branch of mathematics where they study the differential equation. We're going to talk about one specific type of differential equation. Differential equation يعني معادلة تفاضلية whenever we have a derivative in our equation. The differential equation that we are talking about is when you have y dash equal to k في ال y. ننتبه. How do we know it's differential equation؟ لأن عندي y dash وعندي y. ما عندي x هنا صح؟ في x في الإيكويشن هذه؟ ما في x. It's y dash and y. We call it a differential equation. The solution of this differential equation, حل differential equation, is y equal to a constant c multiply with exponential k في الx. ظهرت الx الحين في السولوشن. فwhenever you have this differential equation هذا حلها. هذا شيء ينحفظ. هذا زي القانون. So for example لو كان عندي differential equation y dash equal مثلا to 5y. What's the solution of this one? The solution is y equal to constant c exponential k is 5, so exponential of 5x. You got that? K هي الثابت هذا thing that will change from one equation to one equation. لكن هذا الديفرنشال equation اللي راح يعطيني اياها في الكورس هذا it's y dash equal to constant في ال y and the solution is y equal to c في ال exponential of kx. What is the c? It's unknown. ثابت ينحط كده في السؤال، يحط كده في الإجابة I mean من غير ما يتغير as a c as a constant unless they give me initial condition إلا إذا أعطاني شروط ابتدائية and I'm gonna see this later. So suppose that in the y satisfy this differential equation, the solution is y equal to c exponential kx. This is a simple example. Determine all solution of this differential equation. It's y dash equal to third في y. As you can see, عندي y dash وعندي y. I cannot see the x. ما في x. What will be the solution of this one? The solution is y equal to constant ثابت exponential of k and the k is third في ال x. ظهرت ال x عندي في السولوشن. Good? Easy or not? Huh? So any question regarding this? Yeah, it's just that they are changing this number. ممكن يعطيني like y dash equal to 3y. The solution is y equal to c exponential 3x. ممكن يعطيني y dash equal to 7y. The solution is y equal to c exponential 7x. So this is the solution of the differential equation. الحين متى يجي صيغة مختلفة؟ الصيغة المختلفة إنه راح يعطيني initial condition like the example that we have here. Determine all functions y equal to f of x such that y dash equal to 3y and f of 0 equal to 1. What does it mean if f of 0 equal to 1? Means لما ال x is equal to 0, the y is equal to what? ها؟ إيش يعني f of 0 is half? It's half. معناها إن لما ال x ب0 y بhalf. عطاني شيء إضافي. This is what we call initial condition. عطاني شرط إن ال f عند ال 0 is half. This part is differential equation. Y dash equal to 3y. And what's the solution of this one? Y equal to constant c exponential of 3 تظهر ال x. ما نغلط. نحط x بعدين. Okay, في solution it's x. So this means in the f of x is c exponential 3x as we say. طيب, since they said إن لما ال x ب0 ال y is half, let me come here, change x with a 0, change y with a half. ف f of 0 معناها c في ال exponential 3 multiply with a 0, and I know إن this equal to half. What's 3 في 0? 0. Exponential to a power 0 is equal to what? 1. Correct. So I end up with the c equal to half. ليش أنا قاعدة أسوي كل هذا? I want to get the value of the c. بطلع قيمة ال c. So I got in the c equal to half. Go back to this equation, substitute with c equal to half. So my equation end up to be f of x equal to half exponential 3x. Now this equation exactly equal to half exponential 3x. من وين جبنا 2؟ ما في 2. أنا ما قاعدة أشوف 2. We have half. من هنا من initial condition. From the initial condition, we have in the f and the 0 is equal to half. You want me to do this again? Let me do it again. This is very important, and again هذا من الأشياء اللي تجي في الامتحان. تجي وبشدة. Okay, تجي بالفاينل. They give me differential equation. ما قال إنها differential equation, but I know that it's like y dash equal to 3y. And they give me initial condition with it. They said إن f at 0 is equal to 1. الإيكويشن بالشكل هذا أنا حافظة إن the solution of this equation is equal to y c exponential of kx. And the k عندي هنا is 3. So y equal to c exponential of 3x. Good? Now I'm gonna say أسميها f of x. عشان هنا مستخدمين f of 0. I'm gonna call it f of x equal to c exponential of 3x. So هذا the first part of the solution. الحين لو مو معطيني initial condition, I'm gonna say خلاص هذا solution. لكن since إن they give me one more condition, I will have a second step. Let me say this is my step number 2. هذا step number 1. Now this is step number 2. Now I'm gonna use إن ال f عند 0 is equal to half n الإيكويشن اللي هي ال f of x equal to c exponential of 3x. أجي في الإيكويشن هذه أشيل الإكس وأحط مكانها 0 وأخلي كل هذا equal to half. So f at 0 معناها c f exponential 3 في الزيرو وكل هذا equal to half. 3 في الزيرو is 0 exponential power 0 is 1. So I end up with in c equal to half. عرفت قيمة السي، صار عندي قيمة السي. Yeah. So this will give me in my function it's f of x equal c اللي هي half exponential to the power 3x. فصار عندي الإيكويشن السولوشن of this differential equation كامل مع وجود السي حتى. Okay. فممكن sometimes they give me the differential equation من غير شروط زي هنا like in this example just differential equation and I keep the solution with the c, or sometimes they are giving to me with initial condition and where I can find the c and substitute and get the full solution. وضحت؟ عادي حتى لو أعطاني أي عدد ثاني أعوض فيه، أعوض بالعدد الثاني. okay. حتى لو عدد ثاني عادي إني أعوض بأي عدد ثاني في الإيكويشن. So now the exponential growth and the exponential decay is a very important application of the exponential functions. Okay. إيش يعني growth؟ إيش يعني لما أقول إن في growth؟ مو عادي مين اللي قاعد تسألني ورود. example let's think about it هنا. لو مثلا for example قال لي إن مثلا ال f عند 2 is equal to 1 مثلا. In this case I will say إن f at 2 equal to c of exponential 3 في 2 and this equal to 1. معايا ورود؟ This means إن c في exponential 6 is equal to 1 معناها c is equal 1 على exponential 6 and this is something we can find from the calculator. جيبي قيمتها من الكالكوليتر تطلع قيمة الc. Okay? It's not necessarily that the x is 0. It could be anything. Depend on the question. Okay? The 3 constant, yeah, the 3 من هنا, huh? This is the 3. It came from the differential equation itself. The previous example كانت third. I gave you more than one example. هنا مثلا كان 3, هنا كان 7 the constant. Depends on the question. In this equation, the 3 is my constant. The 3 is my k. My k in this example is equal to 3. So exponential growth معناها في نمو، في شيء that increase. والexponential decay معناها في تناقص, and usually we use it for the population. Whenever مثلا I'm talking about population يعني التعداد. Okay. فلو أتكلم مثلا عن التعداد السكاني, التعداد السكاني follow the exponential growth, في نمو, صح ولا لا؟ في الكورونا فيروس by the way, الكورونا فيروس you hear about إن الكورونا فيروس growth ولا الأعداد المصابين, the people that got the corona, it followed the exponential function. سمعتوا هذا ولا لا؟ لو شفتوا الكيرف حق الكورونا في الكونتريز قاعد ينمو نمو، او اعداد المصابين او اعداد الاصابات في الكونتري تمشي على الاكسبوننشال جروث، ماخذه شكل الاكسبوننشال like you can see it here. سمعتوا بالكلام هذا ولا لا؟ مرت عليكم هالمعلومه؟ نمو الاصابات تطلع exponential لحد ما ترجع تنزل مرة ثانية. الكورونا فيروس مثلا البوبوليشن or the number of people that got or the coronavirus follow the exponential curve طالعة. اوكي. والاكسبوننشال decay لما يكون عندي تناقص. So you can see it here. I add this graph to show you. You can have a look here. Whenever we have a growth راح يكون طالع شكل الاكسبوننشال and it follow this A equal to A naught A0 واللي هي البوبوليشن at the beginning of the time الرقم اللي بدأنا فيه exponential of KT. What is K؟ اللي هي ال proportional growth rate اللي هي الريت اللي قاعد يزيد فيه البوبوليشن. الديكي لما يكون فيها تناقص again it is A equal to A naught E to the power KT لكن ال K is negative in this case. It's a negative number. Okay? We will get this when we have our examples. So an example of a population growth whenever we have this P of T, the population of T is equal, K cannot be zero. K هي نسبة التزايد أو نسبة التناقص, the rate of growth or the rate of decay. لو ال K بزيرو يعني ما فيها growth ولا فيها decay. So I don't have a problem هنا, ما عندي سؤال حتى. Okay, فال K إما positive معناها it's growth أو ال K is negative معناها I have a decay. So check this population function. ال 3 هذه اللي هي the initial size يعني ال size at the beginning of the time وال K is the 4 is the growth. فال growth by 4% معناها كأنه يعني 4 it's growing by K equal to 4 here. And the 3 is the initial اللي هو مثلا ال A0 اللي سميناها ال A0 at the beginning of the time. Let me call it P0 since I'm talking about the population P هنا. So this is an example of a growth. Now here we have a decay and I can tell it's a decay from the K. شايفين ال K? It's negative number. معناها في تناقص. فالجنرال form للgrowth is B of T equal to P0 exponential of KT. لما تكون ال K positive معناها growth. لما تكون ال K negative means I have a decay. You got it now? فهذه ال population growth and the population decay. ايش ال P naught اللي هي size at the beginning. So to get this, let's solve examples. And again, this is one of the things that is expected to be in the final exam. Questions about population growth and the population decay. So we have this question. We have a 50 milligram dose of quinine here is given to a patient to prevent malaria. ما فيها رسم هذه, راح يكون فيها حل. So this is a medicine, okay, that they give to a patient to prevent a malaria, disease, malaria يعني. So the quinine that remain in the body T hours after taking the dose satisfy this differential equation. هذه differential equation. So you always have to put in your mind this differential equation. إن ال y dash لما تكون equal to k في ال y, the solution of this one is y equal to a constant c exponential of kx. ماشي؟ they are giving me this differential equation. A Q dash of T equal to a constant. The constant is minus 0.06 اللي هي ال K في Q of T. What is my K هنا? What is my K? My K is minus 0.06. It's negative. فمعناها أنا عندي growth ولا عندي decay هنا؟ عندي تزايد ولا تناقص؟ It's a decay. It makes sense. هذا دواء راح يعطونا للشخص. بعد T hours راح يقيسون كم المصل الموجود في البادي. راح ينقص صح ولا لا؟ البادي راح يستخدمه وراح ينقص الاماونت اوف the medicine they are putting in the body. فديكي فيها تناقص هذه over the time T. The first part of the question in A, they said find me, let me write in red to make it clear. In A, they said they want you to find the formula of a Q of the quinine in the body after T hours after the dose is given. مش هذه differential equation؟ مو هذا حل differential equation؟ We apply this. It is in the Q of T اللي هي Y equal to the constant C multiplied with exponential K, and the K is minus 0.06 في variable اللي هو T. The variable is T in this case. This is my differential equation. And what is the C? It's the initial amount. الامount اللي حطيته في البداية. أنا كم حطيت في البداية؟ 50. Excellent. So from here I get in the Q of T is equal to the initial amount 50 exponential the K minus 0.06 50. And this will be my equation. ما أعطاني إياها في السؤال. Sometimes يعطيني إياها, sometimes يعطيني differential equation. ومن differential equation I find the exponential decay equation, the exponential decay formula. ال 50 جات من السؤال، مو قال لي إن في البداية حط 50 ملي جرام. كم مقدار الدواء اللي كان في الجسم at the beginning of the time؟ 50. Yeah. اللي هي C, or I can call it the Q naught اللي هي at the beginning of the time. Okay. Now in part B, they said how much of the quinine will remain in the body after 24 hours. 24 hours, they are talking about لما T تكون 24. How can I get this? I substitute in this formula with 24. So I find Q at the 24 equal to 50 exponential of minus 0.06 في 24. Work your calculator. Do the calculation. How much is that? It is 11.8. This will be 11.8 milligram. And this answer, part B of the question. In the part C of the question, how long? يعني يسأل عن التايم, right? قاعد يسألني عن التايم. كيف تحسبونها بالآلة الحاسبة؟ الإكسبوننشال موجودة بالآلة الحاسبة. الإي هذه موجودة بالآلة الحاسبة. E to the power minus 0.06 في 24. لازم يكون عندكم آلة حاسبة ولازم تعرفون كيف تجيبون الإكسبوننشال and how to calculate the exponential correctly. The answer will be 11.8. The C now, they are asking about how long it takes the quinine in the body to be 10 milligram. They want the T so that there will be 10 milligram, so that in the Q عند the T راح تكون 10 ولا مش هذا اللي قاعد يقول؟ This is what they are saying. what will be the time عشان إن ال Q of T تصير 10. So this formula, I have the formula here. I'm gonna use it. أشيل ال Q of T وأحط مكانها 10. So I want this to equal to 10. Now solve it. أحلها. This implies in the exponential of minus 0.06 equal to 10 على 50. How much is 10 على 50? It's equal to 0.2. صح كده؟ الexponential equal to 10 على 50. So exponential of this one is equal to 0.2. يلا, what should I do now? If you remember from last time, T محبوسة داخل exponential. It's trapped inside the exponential. How can I let the T out? Apply the ln. ممتاز. So we apply the ln for both sides. So I will get, I don't have a space, in the minus 0.06 fit T equal to ln of 0.2. Again, ln 0.2, you have to find it from the calculator. You divide by minus 0.06. You will get that the T equal to, you have it here, ln 0.2 divide by minus 0.06, it's equal to 26.8 hours. قسمنا 10 على 50. ها. I have 10 equal to 50 exponential 0.062. I let the exponential لحالها وأقسم الطرفين على 10. It will be 0.2. Then I apply ln. I will get minus 0.06 T equal to ln 0.2. I divide by this and I will get in that T is equal to 26.8. Good? Huh? Okay, then you divide it by, it will be minus, صح؟ صح يا هبة ولا لا؟ It should be a minus something. في لم بالحاسبة يا. And it will be a negative number, by the way. What is ln 0.2? احسبوا لي ln 0.2. What is the ln 0.2 بالcalculator? It should be a negative number. Definitely it's negative. 100% it's negative. What is it? It is minus 1.6. Good. صحيح. It's minus 1.6. Divide it على minus 0.06 راح يطلع عندي 26.8. Yeah, good. Yeah, ln of a decimal is always negative. لازم. Okay. So we still have one part of this question actually. Let me clean everything. And اللن مو دائما سالب. اللن of the decimal اللي زي 0.2 اللي هو أقل من ال1 راح تكون negative. مش دائما اللن negative، لا. Just in this case you have the calculator. Try. جربوا أرقام على اللن. اللن مو دائما negative، لا. Ln for the numbers less than 1 is going to be negative. Now, actually, I can show you the ln graph. Let me show you the ln graph from last time. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? هذا اللن. شايفين اللن؟ This is the ln. Negative when? هنا, in this part. And positive the other parts. Positive for the other parts. Just between 0 and 1, it's going to be negative, and positive otherwise. For point 2 in this part, so it's negative for the point 2. Okay, where was I? I'm here. Yeah. So the part D of the question now. What is the half-life of the quinine in the body? إيش يعني the half-life؟ نص الحياة. فإيش يعني نص الحياة؟ يعني when it became the half. It's a 25. Excellent. It started with 50 milligram. To be half of this معناها I want it to be 25 milligram. So متى راح يكون half-life? This what does half-life mean. Okay. How to do this? Let me rewrite the formula. The formula in the QT equal to 50 exponential minus 0.06 50. So I want it to be 25 to be as a half-life thing. So I want 25 to equal to the formula 50 exponential minus 0.060. لا, الإيكويشن كلها ثابتة الإيكويشن. I cannot change the 50. All the equation, I want it to be just 25. I want it to be half of the amount. So from here, I divide both sides by 25. راح يطلع عندي exponential minus 0.0650 equal to 25 over 50. What's the 25 over 50? It's half. So this implies in the exponential of minus 0.0650 is equal to half, 0.5. Again, I apply ln. I will apply ln both sides. So I will get minus 0.0650 equal to ln 0.5. So I will get in the time for the half-life is equal to ln of 0.5 divided by minus 0.06. Do the calculation and find the time. Tell me what will be the time? جيبوا ln الhalf. Again, it's going to be a negative number divided by minus 0.06. It's equal to 11.6 hours. Yeah, if we round it, it will be 11.6 hours here. So what does it mean? معناها إن بعد 11 ساعة 0.6 راح يبقى نص الأماونت. Okay. Let me finish, Muhammad, then I'm gonna be answering all the questions. Now, let me give you this rule. دائما, all the time, half-life time, T, is equal to ln الhalf على K. دائما. Instead of doing all those calculations, على طول we can say إن the T is ln الhalf هذه ثابتة في كل questions على K. Okay. الرموز لا ما اليونتس يومين يا خالد. اليونتس اللي هي جرام ملي جرام والاشياء هذه لا ما we don't play with this هنا. هذا ما هو physics. Okay, but it helps you to understand. يعني الحين لما يقول لك how many gram معناها يتكلم عن الكيو مثلا. لما يقول لك how many hours he's talking about the T. This is what I want you to know. Try it يا أمان. Try it. In a 23.2 أتوقع إنه راح يخلص خلاص راح يكون زيرو. كله ما راح يخلص من البلاد. لأن I want to keep الإكسبوننشال لحالها بطرف. I want to keep the T لحالها in one hand side. So I divide by 50. Okay, ورود? I divide by 50 so that إن أخلي الإكسبوننشال to the power T in one hand side. As I told you, أي سؤال يسألكم عن الهاف لايف تايم نستخدم الفورمولا هذه. التايم it's ln half على الكي. الكي تختلف من سؤال لسؤال. الكي in this question is minus 0.06. Okay? So instead of going through all the steps, I can just use the formula of the half life time. النص ثابتة. Yeah, the half is fixed in the question. النص ثابتة. Now again, لأن الهاف هذه constant. هذا رقم ثابت دائما. It will come all the time يا تالا, because if you think about it, أنا نص half lifetime, all the time I'm gonna put half of the amount هنا, I'm gonna divide by it, I will get half, so all the time لأن الhalf will be there. In the question C, it wasn't half life. ما كان نص الحياة, كان عشان يصير 10 ملي جرام. So it became ln 2, ln 0.2. Specifically لما يكون half lifetime it is لن النص. Okay? Okay. So this is one more question. Now the previous one can decay, كان فيها تناقص. Now whenever we talk about population of people مثلا, they became more and more, so the population increased. لما أتكلم مثلا عن population or the number of the student in the university, I'm talking about increasing the number of the student in the university, okay? So it could be increasing, it could be decreasing. In the case of the population, usually it's increasing. So in this question, we are talking about the world population that was 5.51 billion on January 1st, 1993. It became 5.88 billion in January 1998. So from the first time I calculated لحد the second time, how many? We still have 6 slides. Now we still have one example or two examples. We still have this example and another one. Bas. Okay, we have two more examples. This one and another example. So in here, I'm talking about the population in كان 5.51 January 1993 and it became 5.88 في 1998. So that was within 5 years, صح ولا لا؟ So لما time كان 0 when I started the calculation, the population was 5.51. We say this is P at the time 0. And in 5 years, يعني لما T became 5, the population after 5 years, يعني P at 5, it became 5.88 billion. This is what they give me in the question. بس هذا اللي أعطاني إياه. They didn't give me formula, they didn't give me anything. So, but they said, assume that at any time, the population growth at a rate that is proportional to the population at that time. So I have a proportional growth, معناها I have an exponential growth هنا. It follows the exponential formula. So I know in the population of the exponential formula for the growth is P of T is equal to the first population يعني P0 exponential of K في T. صح ولا لا؟ This is the formula of the population لما فيها growth. ال B0 I know it, it's equal to what? 5.51. So the population at the time T is equal to 5.51 exponential KT. I still don't know what is this K. But I have a winning هنا. أنا عرفت ال P0. باقي لي ال K. How can I find it? Now I use in the P of 5 equal to 5.88 in this, in equation star. I'm gonna call it equation star. This will give me in the population at 5 اللي هي 5.51 exponential of 5 في ال K غيرت T time with 5. This equal to 5.8 and 8. Can you see what I did? جيت للإيكويشن ستار شلت التي حطيت مكانها ال 5 and I made everything equal to 5.88. Okay. Let me divide both sides by 5.51. I will get exponential of 5k equal to 5.88 divided by 5.51. How much is that? Use the calculator please. اقسموا لي الامount هذا. We will use len. Yeah, excellent يا امان. We will use len طبعا. But divide this amount for me. It is 1.06 اكيد. 67. If it is 67, we round it, yeah. If it is 67, so we make it like 0.07. نقرب. So now we apply len. نقربها ل 2 decimal places and then we apply len. Len will cancel the e, so we remain with 5k equal to len of 1.07. So the k is equal to len 1.07 divided by 5. Calculate this amount for me, please. So what will be my k? It's 0.067 divided by 5. اقسموها على 5 على طول. How much is that? 13, yeah. Divided على 5. اقسموها على 5 اعطوني على طول. Okay. So it will be 0.013. And this is my k. So amazing. Now I have the p naught, I have the k. So my formula is p of t equal to 5.51 exponential, and the k is 0.01350, and here is the formula. This is the full formula for the growth. عندي ال p naught, عندي ال k, all are with me. You got that? هذا السؤال undirect، يعني ما أعطاني ال k ولا أعطاني ال p naught. I have to find them knowing إن كم كان ال population at the time 0 and how much is the population after 5 years. Now, the question here, مش إن find the formula actually. The question is, in what year the world population will be 7 billion? Definitely راح يجي مقالي في الفاينل. Actually الفاينل كله مقالي مش multiple choice. A little multiple choice في الفاينل كلها مقالي. So the question now in when will be the world population 7 billion? متى راح يكون ال population 7 billion? So I'm asking about the time. t when the population is equal to 7 billion. Excellent, ya Tala. I'm talking about when the population is equal to 7. So the population P of t is equal to 5.51 exponential of 0.013t, so equal to 7. I want this to equal to 7. So exponential of 0.013t is equal to 7 over 5.51. What should I do now? Apply length. طبعا I divide this and then I apply length. So this will be 0.013t equal to length of 7 over 5.51. This implies that t is equal to, what is this? It is length of 7 على 5.51. We divide it على point, هذا 7.013. What will be the answer هنا? Notice إن أتكلم عن in what year ها؟ فقاعد أتكلم عن سنوات. لا راح يطلع رقم، ما راح يطلع decimal. Length 7 على 5.51 and then divide it by, it is 18.36. It is 18.36. It's a time. It's years. Which means it is almost بعد 18 years, huh? So we were in 1993. بعد 18 years, what will be the time? We add 8 and 3. This is 11, 1, 10, 11, 1. Am I correct? 10, 1, and 2. So at the year 2011, صح كده? Yeah. So at the year 2011, the population will be 7 billion, which answered the question. يعني it is somewhere between 2011 and 2012 actually. It's 18.36. We add 18, so it is 18 and a little. يعني في بين عام 2011 و 2012 راح يكون population 7 billion. This is لما يكون الدولة عندها الكي اللي هي كم النمو، معدل النمو في الكونتري. Using this formula ممكن إن يتوقعون البوبيوليشن متى راح يصير العدد الفلاني، بس يكون عندهم الكي اللي هي موجودة في الباور of the exponential. And this is what they are using for the coronavirus, by the way. يلاحظون مثلا خلال شهر كم قاعد تزيد الأعداد، يطلع عندهم الريت، فممكن يتوقعون إن بعد 12 شهر كم راح يكون الأعداد موجودة إذا استمر الريت بنفس الطريقة. أوكي؟ ديما طلع معاكي 18.36. ما فهمت. When you are doing the calculations هنا لا تقربون الجواب بالآلة الحاسبة. اقسموا 7 على 5.851 في قوس وبرا خلوا لين، يعني ما تقربون نفس الجواب اللي يطلع بالآلة الحاسبة. Don't round it. وبعدين divide it على ال 0.013. احنا as much as we can إنه we don't round. أحيانا الراوندينج يغير لي الجواب a little bit. Okay. Now one more question, decay. Again, the question is a decay. If you check the differential equation, you can see the k. What's the k هنا؟ يلا tell me. This is the differential equation, and this is the last example, dear. Yeah. and the P at the 0 is equal to 12. فdirectly I can know إن ال K is equal to minus 0.00043 and I have a decay. And what is the P0? The population at that time 0. Huh? P at 0 is what? 12. At the beginning of the time the population 12 وهذا ال K. فthe formula is P of T equal time at the beginning اللي هو 12 exponential of the K which is minus 0.00043 50. Okay, so this is my equation. This is my proportional decay formula. Excellent. If you know how to, by the way, this should be the most easy question in the final لأن خلاص كل الأشياء قدامكم ما فيها أي trick. You know the formula والأشياء موجودة قدامكم. شايفين إن ال K واضحة ولا لا؟ ال B0 واضحة ولا لا؟ So I know the equation هنا. So the first part of the question, find me the formula. That was the formula. We solve it. Now, what is the initial amount? إيش يعني initial amount? Amount at the beginning. يعني at the 0. Excellent. P0 is 12. قدامي موجودة. What is the decay constant? ثابت الديكاي اللي هو proportional growth rate. ممكن يسأل عنها as initial amount يقول. Sorry, as a decay constant. ممكن تكون growth constant وممكن يقول what's the proportional rate. The same thing. I'm talking about the K هنا. The K is equal to minus, excellent, it is 0.0004 and 3. Thank you Farah, thank you Tala, and thank you Aman, that was correct. Now in part D طبعا ال A will be with C زي ما انتم شايفين very easy to be solved. لو جاكم في الامتحان سؤال وعطاكم ال A و B C صعب؟ مرة سهل. مرة easy. سطرين. Now in part D there is an idea. How much of the radium will remain after 943 years? إيش ال 943 years هذه time. Excellent. Time equal to 943. What should I do عشان أعرف كم راح يبقى عندي لما time 943? I will find the population P الفورمولا هذه of 943. Substitute بالفورمولا. Use your calculator. Do the calculation. 12 exponential of minus 0.00043 and the time now is changed to 943. Do the calculation and find the answer. The answer of the part D is equal to 8. It's almost 8. Now, I didn't read the question with you, by the way. إيش الquestion؟ الquestion إن radium اللي هو هذا نوع من الإشعاع. Okay? It is 7.99, yeah? So it's almost 8. So they are putting a radium إشعاع to cure the cancer. عشان علاج للcancer. Okay? So the amount of the thing that they put in the patient or in whatever remain for 100 years in the body. So they are making an experiment. They are having a formula, and this is the formula that will give me how much of this radium will remain in the body or in the sample that they are treating with this ray. So after 943 years, أنا في البداية حطيت 12 gram. How much will remain? 8. After 943 years. In part E, the question is how fast the sample is disintegrating when just 1 gram remain. الحين لما أقول how fast, what I'm asking about? لما أقول أسأل عن السرعة أو how fast? The rate. So what does it mean? The speed. So what does it mean? The derivative. ولا لما أسأل عن السرعة أنا أتكلم عن الديريفاتيف. ولا مش السرعة is الديريفاتيف؟ Yeah. So how fast? I'm talking about the P dash actually. أنا قاعد أتكلم عن ال P dash لما قال لي how fast. So when just 1 gram, so I'm gonna use this formula. راح استخدم الفورمولا اللي فيها ال P dash. So I know إن ال P dash عند ال T is equal to minus 0.00043 في ال P of T, and they said إن 1 gram remain معناها إن ال P of T is equal to 1. So I'm gonna substitute with P of T of 1. So the P dash السرعة لما يكون just 1 gram remain is actually minus 0.0004 and 3, and this answer the part E of the question. اوكي البي اللي هي الجرامز، التي اللي هي التايم، الفاست معناها البي داش the derivative. The F now, what is the weight of the sample? The weight of the sample يعني I'm talking about the P of T when it is disintegrating at a rate of 0.004 gram per hour. disintegrating يعني يتناقص، يعني الريت is equal to 0.004. فالريت اللي هو البي داش اوف تي and فيها disintegrating، ما هو الكي ثابته خلاص يا امان في البدايه، الكي احنا عرفناها في البدايه. قاعد يقول لي الريت اللي هو again the derivative، اللي هو again the derivative it's equal to minus now 0.004. ليش minus؟ لأن disintegrating it is getting less and less. فthe question إن they want P of T لما ال P dash is equal to this. طيب أنا عارفة الفورمولا إن ال P dash of T is equal to minus 0.0043 في ال P of T. So this implies إن ال P of T is equal to B dash of T divided by minus 0.0004 and 3. And this is the P dash. It is minus 0.004. And I divide this by minus 0.0004 and 3. And I get the answer. What does this equal to, please? Divide the two numbers. What will be the answer? Positive what? How much is that? 9.3. Yeah, that's correct. And this is equal to 9.3. This answers the part F. Now, the part G, the radioactive material has a half-life about 16-12 years. إيش يعني؟ يعني in 16-12 years it has a half-life. So I began with the 12 صح? After 16-12 years, half of it will remain. يعني how much will remain? 6. So this is what they are asking about. How much remain in 16-12 years? 6. كم راح يبقى؟ راح يبقى 6. And after 3,224 يعني بعد 16-12 years more, how much will remain? ولا 3 will remain, yeah? And this answered this question. Okay? And we are done. If somebody has any commitment and want to leave, you can leave. Just 1 second. Let me download the attendance. Okay, does anybody have any question? I'm gonna stop the recording now.